Venice is full of surprises. You come around there, we came from, and this is what we see.
It's hard to speak of Venice because words fail here. This 1600-year-old city seduces you. Her voice rings out with the church bells. Every corner and curve of her Renaissance architecture is a beauty to behold. City of canals and bridges, reflections and meandering streets. Venezia is the queen of the Adriatic. They say all roads lead to Rome, but in our case, it was Venice.
So here we are on the streets of Venice, exploring Venice by foot, and we haven't gotten lost yet, thanks to our foolproof method, which is follow the crowd. It's absolutely gorgeous here. As you can see, there's some gondoliers, so you can hop on one of those and explore the side canals. How romantic. Too bad we are alone.
We'd spent a month on the road, we'd visited 4 countries, and we were finally in Venice. We're hot on the trail of Marco Polo, considered one of the world's greatest explorers. This may be a long-lost relative of ours.
I am not speaking to you right now, okay?
We came from there. We came from there because
it's the other way we're supposed to go.
Okay, but I'm saying we came from there because we crossed the bridge and we watched them come, the emergency vehicle.
There.
Right.
So we
over there.
go there.
We were walking that way.
We gotta go there.
So you're saying we should continue the path we were on, which is that way.
Exactly.
So maybe we didn't get his navigation skills.
We are here in front of the Basilica.
St. Mark's Basilica.
Yeah, and unfortunately there's no cameras in there. So we won't be able to film it, but there's the entrance. Here we are on top of the Basilica.
St. Mark's Basilica is located in the central square, Piazza San Marco. This is the heart of Venice. Napoleon, it is said, called this Europe's drawing room.
These were the horses that really pissed off Genoa.
The 4 horses on top of St. Mark's Basilica were a symbol of power of Venice. It pissed off the Genoese so much that they said there could be no peace between the 2 cities until those horses have been bridled. It was Napoleon who, when he conquered Venice, finally took the horses down and had them shipped to Paris. They've been returned now and are inside the Basilica. The horses atop the Basilica are replicas. Top of the Basilica, and we are completely in awe.
Yeah.
I mean, and you know, you've got to believe in something beautiful.
Well, it was incredible.
Very, very cool. Because it was mid-May and we still had the shoulder season, we were able to get a room just 2 blocks from San Marcos Square.
We're getting very close. This is the neighborhood that Marco Polo roamed around as an adult, and this is where he loved and he lived. The whole neighborhood was his neighborhood. It's called El Milione, and it's all these little streets. So let's go for a little tour. The Corte de Milione.
We are literally just steps away from the houses that Marco Polo lived in.
So this is the second courtyard in the Del Mignon neighborhood. This is where Marco Polo grew up. Till he was 17 years old, and at 17 he sailed with his father and his uncle out of Venice.
From China? When Marco Polo returned from his 24 years in Asia, this is where he settled down. Around the corner was the last house that Marco Polo had lived in. This is where he lived out his old age and drew his last breath.
The
people come here
Yes.
because of Marco
Marco
Polo.
Polo, yes.
They're looking for Marco Polo, so then they come and
Yeah.
eat Marco Polo chicken.
Yeah. And there's a bookstore too. It says Marco Polo bookstore.
The white fee is Marco Polo.
Oh, wow. We're in his hood. So we were just talking about how we both feel really at home here. Yeah. Walking through streets of Venice feels like home, just like Cortula did. Like even coming down the stairs in our hotel room, you know, marble stairs, very distinctive. And I had that deja vu feeling, like I've been here before, I've seen this somewhere in my dreams. And we're celebrating with Venetian dumplings and Marco Polo chicken. Fantastic. So from here, we're gonna go find his resting place.
There's no point getting a map in Venice. Nothing makes sense. Nothing is straightforward. Everything's a curve. The more you look, the more you get lost.
Ta 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 da! Es Lorenzo.
Finally. You know, I thought it would be more imposing than this. I wasn't expecting such a simple structure. Marco Polo and his father, Niccolo, are interned here in this church. That was Marco Polo's wishes. He was very, very fond of San Lorenzo. 200 years after he was interned here, the church did extensive renovations and unfortunately the remains were lost. San Lorenzo dates back to the 9th century. This is one of the oldest religious sites in Venice. There's been a church here since the 6th century. Today it sits neglected, boarded up. Suspicious neighbors watch us as we walk around the building. We linger in this special place, reluctant to leave.
Here we are on the Grand Canal. I just saw the Marco Polo. You want to catch that?
No.
Do you think we could get a family discount?
No.
No. So here's the Grand Canal. It's a gorgeous sunny day. We just came out of the alleyways after a successful hunt.
It was time to play tourist again.
We're gonna, well, the crowds line up, Adri. Yeah, and we're not in it, are we?
The Grand Canal is where all the tourists are. This is where you can catch the water buses. Catch the number 1 for a scenic tour.
Can you imagine July and August here?
The Grand Canal curves through the heart of Venice. You'll find shops and restaurants and people watching.
Oh, that was gorgeous. Yeah.
And of course, you can catch one of the beautiful gondolas. These traditional flat-bottom rowboats have been around for centuries.
What's the matter, Marina? Are we lost again? Lost in Venice?
I don't know if we're lost yet officially.
Yeah.
It's
We're
still
lost. We have no
no-
idea where we are. None. We're gonna try going down this alley. We're about to do the what?
Well, we're going to walk over the Rialto Bridge, but unfortunately it's under construction, so it's a little disappointing.
But we're still gonna do it. If we can navigate through the masses of people.
We're at the National Biblioteca, and we're going to go up there. There's a museum here as well.
So we're in the lineup trying to go into the museum to see the last will and testament of Marco Polo.
The Doge Palace is a must-do and includes an amazing museum. So this is the dining room.
Yeah.
Can you imagine sitting down to that?
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine what they'd be serving?
I'd be afraid to sit.
Palace is built in Venetian Gothic style and gives you a really good idea of what life was like for the more affluent set.
This may be as close as we get to a document that we know was touched by the hands of Marco Polo.
This is home to the greatest classical text collections in the world. We pictured what Venice was like, the mighty maritime power it was. We just came out of the Biblioteca, which is the archives, and unfortunately nobody seemed to be able to give us an answer whether Marco Polo's last will and testament was here. Though our research says it is here. We're really excited to have been in the same room, in the same building.
Trying to retrace our steps here so we can find our way back to the creperie. And we're totally lost again. The creperie, yeah.
Yes.
And have that.
We're lost again.
We're lost.
We got lost. We kept walking in circles and circles. So we had enough. So we just picked the first restaurant. We decided to sit down and eat.
It looks pretty nice in here.
Waiting for dinner, eating all the bread. How is it?
It's really good.
Really good. And I'm having the seafood spaghetti. No, we have to walk one behind each other. That's how narrow the streets are here. Woohoo! This is what people do on a budget, especially at the end of the holiday when they kind of ran out of cash.
We started off with a €5.90 bottle. Then we went down to $5. Then we went down to $3.50. And now we're at $3 for the box.
Eating breadsticks.
$1.60. And jam that was given to us from one of the places we stayed. And
cheap bottled carton,
wine.
$3 carton of wine.
our time in Venice was drawing to a close. We would be leaving in the morning. We walked the streets imagining what this city was like in her heyday. We'd felt connected to Marco Polo and to our own family ties. We got lost in Venice, but we got found.
Leaving Venice, leaving a piece of us behind, so sad.
They say that Venice is sinking underneath her own weight, and with the sea waters rising, she's doomed. And yet the city prevails against all odds. Once the home of refugees, a world maritime power, home to great artists and composers, and now a mecca for tourists. Please check out our other videos and follow our adventures on our blog. Please give us a thumbs up if you like this video, or better yet, subscribe.
Where are you going? Don't you want to do the stairs? Nope. End of the day, this is the only thing I want to do. Elevator. What did you press? Number what? 1. That is a sad, sad state of affairs. I called it.